Chicagoland great, it's the people. And many of us are blessed to be right here in Crystal Lake, Illinois with some of our very favorite people. And speaking of favorite people, you know who some of our favorite people here at Willow Crystal Lake are? Yeah, you guessed it, our kids and our students. And last week, our lead pastor, Dave Smith, and our Promised Land Children's pastor, Phyllis Seiler, told us that we are rapidly approaching phase 2 of our reopening plan, which will include reopening in-person Promised Land for our kids that are in 5th grade and below. And if you're as excited about that as I am, then you probably know that reopening Promised Land for our in-person services would be absolutely impossible without an incredible team of small group leaders and room coordinators, as well as members of our check-in, security, and tech teams. So if you feel like serving with our children might be part of your next step in your faith journey, I want to encourage you to consider joining one of our Promised Land service teams. And speaking of reopening, we actually need your input to help us with the final details on phase 2 of our reopening plan. So the way you're going to do that is by texting the message phase 2, all one word, phase and the number 2, to 94090. And when you do that, you'll get a text right back with a link to a super short survey about how your family is planning on participating in our weekend services once we reach phase 2 of our reopening plan. We'll ask you a few questions about whether you plan on joining us for 9 a.m. or 11 a.m., or whether you're joining us from home or in person. And what's even better than all that is the final question that will give you a chance to let us know if we can count on you to join one of our service teams that will help make ministries like Promised Land possible for all of the incredible kids here at our Crystal Lake campus. And don't worry, if you aren't sure about your plans just yet, that's okay. You can access the survey anytime on the Willow Creek app or by visiting willowcrystallake.org and tapping on the Phase 2 Reopening Survey link. Well, Willow, our service will begin in just a few minutes, so if you're joining us in person, please be sure to find your way to your seats as we prepare for worship.
Well, good morning. Welcome to Willow Crystal Lake. Let's go ahead and stand together in the room, and those joining us online, encourage you to worship with us as comfortable as you are. And we come today, we kick things off with worship, and we do that, which is basically just singing some prayers to God together. We come in this room expectant every time we come in here that our God is with us and that He is on the move, and we're excited about that. So let's worship.
Search the world, but it couldn't fill me. Man's empty praise and treasures that fade are never enough. Then you came along and you put me back together. Every desire is now satisfied here in your love. Come on, let's tell them this morning that there's nothing better than you. There's nothing better than you, Lord. There's nothing is better than you. Afraid to show you my weakness, my failures and flaws. Lord, you've seen them all, and you still call me friend. 'Cause the God of the mountain is the God of the valley. Your mercy and grace won't find me again. Oh, there's nothing better than you. There's nothing better
more time. Come on.
Oh, there's nothing better than you. There's nothing better than you. There's nothing, nothing is better than you. Oh, there's nothing else, Lord. Oh, there's nothing better than you. There's nothing better than you, Lord. There's nothing, nothing is better than you. 'Cause you are good, good. Oh, you are good, good. Oh, yes, you are good, good. Oh, yes, you are good, good. Oh.
Let the king of my heart be the mountain where I run, the fountain I drink from. Oh, he is my song. Let the king of my heart be the shadow where I hide, the ransom for my life. Oh, he is my song. 'Cause you are good. Good. Oh, you are good, good. Oh, yes, you are good. You're good. Oh, Oh, you are good, good.
Oh, we sing of your goodness this morning. Oh, fill this space right now with your presence. Would you pour out your blessing, Lord? Pour it out. The Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you. Be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. The Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you. Be gracious to you. Lord, turn his face toward you and give you peace. And give you peace. Amen. 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 Oh, we agree. Amen. 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 Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you. Be gracious to you. Lord, turn his face toward you and give you peace. Oh, we receive. Amen. 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 Won't you open up the heavens? Won't you open up?
May his favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family, and your children, and the children, and the children. May his favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family, and your children,
Willow Crystal Lake, it was at the start of singing this anthem to God. Whether you knew it or not, we were singing the very words of God spoken in the Old Testament book Numbers. Chapter 4, verse 22, it reads, "The Lord said to Moses, tell Aaron and his sons, this is how you are to bless the Israelites. Say to them, the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace, so they will put my name on the Israelites, and I will bless them." The priests of the Old Testament would say this blessing upon God's people every day, but you need to know that in many ways this blessing is still spoken upon his people today. Because at the root of this blessing is the truth that all that God provides is something that we could never achieve on our own. This blessing, great protector, that our God will never, ever allow us to be separated from his love, and that when we turn our attention to him and his work on the cross for our salvation, that we can experience a peace. Paul says it's a peace that transcends all understanding. This blessing reminds us that we are a helpless people, but that our God, he is the ultimate helper. And so before we close things off here, I would love for us as a church family, both online and here in the room, for us to take a minute and just go to our God, to go to him in prayer. And so would you bow with me? And so God, we come to you as a people desperate for your rescuing power. God, we are desperate for your renewal because we admit that we are broken. And yet, God, we stand here with sheer gratitude for the unconditional love and favor that you have poured out on us, that you are a God that is present with us, that you are a God that knows us, that you are a God that is for us. And for that, we are thankful. And so, God, we want to respond now with lives surrendered to your calling. We want to be a people that bring hope to the hopeless. And we pray all of this in the name of our... Well, Willow Crystal Lake, good to be with you here this morning. You guys can go ahead and have a seat. For our Elevate students, you can go ahead and head out to our Elevate programming right now. And listen, it was...
All right. Hey, good morning, Elevate. If you are online with us today, you're going to definitely want to make sure you head on over to the Zoom. The link is in the chat. If you need the passcode to get in, be sure to reach out to your small group leader to let them know. You'll find it. If you're just coming into the room, check it out. All right, you're going to want to find a place where there's a Bible and a card, and we're going to play a little game. I don't know if you know this or not, but today is, in fact, Valentine's Day. And so, as always, there's something I feel like Valentine's Day is worth celebrating, the love that the two people can feel for each other. So this is the deal. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you a video of someone proposing to someone, and then I'm going to cut it right before that person answers. And I need to know from you, do you think they nailed it, and the person's like, yeah, or they failed it, and the person is like, not so much. All right, so check us out.
From time to time, from droughts to floods to snow to unbearable heat.
This is like a news broadcast.
Oh, your favorite rainy day activity.
For those of you that do, I'm actually Liz's handsome boyfriend.
Oh.
When Liz and I met, we hit it off.
I like it.
I don't know if it was fate, destiny, or the fact that I was wearing a Braves jersey.
Ooh.
But the thing is, not long after we met, I fell in love with her. Not long after that, she became my best friend. Liz, you've made me happier than you could ever imagine. And at this point in our relationship, the only thing that could make me happier would be for you to say yes to us spending the rest of our lives together.
Oh my gosh. All right, so this is what I need to know, everybody. Okay, so he just went out on a limb here. Like, this is a big deal. Oh my gosh.
What's going on?
Oh.
I think he just asked you to marry him.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Love you. Will you make me the happiest man in the world and marry me?
Okay, so here's my question. Did he nail it? Did he fail it? If you think that she is going to say yes, that he nailed it, raise your hand, or if you're in the chat, go ahead and just say yeah. All right, who thinks that he failed it? This is a definite no. You're like, oh, there's no way. Okay, let's find out. Let's give him a shot. Maybe. Maybe.
What's going on?
Oh, I think he just asked you to marry him.
Okay.
Oh,
he's okay.
Proposing.
Oh.
He's proposing.
Okay, so this is gutsy. This is like out in front of a ton of people, lots of strangers. Who says yes? She's definitely going to say yes. You're like, of course, yeah. Oh no, not many hands. Okay, who says there's no way this joker is absolutely getting a big fat no? Oh, okay, I guess we'll find out. All right. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, she ran. Oh, that is terrible. Oh, that poor guy. Oh, that is rough. And the other guy just like, oh, dude, it's gonna be okay. It's probably, no, it's not. I don't know. All right,
totally,
here we go.
Dude. Good man. Ladies and gentlemen,
Where are
quick
you? On top
announcement,
of
if I
a
may.
building?
My beautiful girlfriend Brooke and I have been together for a while now.
4 years, baby.
4, who's counting, right? It's
4 years.
I think it's about time I ask her a very important question.
Agreed. There we go.
Bobby the ring, please.
Oh no! Oh! Okay, oh gosh, oh that's not good. All right, that ring is gone. All right, so, I mean, even if the ring is gone, maybe she could still say, who says she's gonna say yes? All right, who says absolutely not? Like, no, this guy, he's just butterfingers, it's gone. Okay, we'll find out, see what we got here.
I think it's about time I ask her a very important question.
Oh man.
Bobby the ring, please.
Oh gosh! Oh no! Oh! That's legit. I don't know if she said yes or not, but like that, I mean, that's commitment that I don't know. Oh man, jumping off a building? That's pretty good. All right, what about this one I found a little odd, mainly because of the setting, but maybe, I'd like to think that maybe it means something special to them. This is in what appears to be a mall food court. I don't know, why not? Okay. Okay, so there's a couple things going for this one. One, it's in a mall food court, very odd place to propose. But it also, the guy playing the guitar singing Sweet Caroline, you know the song, bum, 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 but I don't know if you heard it, he's terrible. Like, he's not doing any favors to that song. What do you think? Is she going to say yes? Anybody think yes? Anybody think not a chance? Like, there's no way. Oh, that would be brutal, but, maybe.
Make me the happiest, most busy man in the world. And please, will you marry me?
Oh, she gone. Oh, no. This poor guy. I wonder if any of these people know them or not, but they're just like, oh, awkward. All right, let's do, oh, here's one. Okay, yeah. At a baseball game. Oh. All right, what do you think? Have you ever seen this like in a baseball game or a basketball game where it's like it's a big deal and the whole crowd is watching because the jumbotron is on them and it's like, oh, yeah. So who says yeah? She's gonna be like, sure, absolutely, let's get married. How many said, oh gosh, this guy made a huge mistake just now? Like, no, it failed. Yeah, okay, let's see. All right, well, it looks to be going well. He's excited. That little girl is just adorable back there, but. Maybe. Yeah. Oh, wait. Hold on. Maybe. Uh-oh. Oh! Okay, so I don't know what he said in that moment, but I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out there as some Valentine's Day advice. to the gentleman in the room, whatever he said, you can maybe just imagine, what's the worst thing you could say? It's probably what he said. Don't say that. Don't ever say that. And maybe you won't suffer the same fate. Let's see. I got, okay, this one is interesting. How about this one? Okay, again in a mall.
Hi. Hello. Sorry to stop your shopping and your evening. Hello. I just have a very special message for a very special girl. You're my Janu, you're my sweetie pie, you're my cutie pie, you're my absolute Jan.
Okay, yeah, you got to plan better. You ever ridden one of those trains in the mall that you
Janu, you're my sweetie pie, you're my cutie pie, you're my Shonu, you're my everything, and I know you find this cheesy, but I want everyone to know you make me really happy. Aww. And I just have one question for you.
Aww. Okay, all right. So I don't know if you can tell, but I think this might be like maybe family in the background. Like this guy has gone out of his way to invite everyone to the mall to be a part of this. How do you think it's going to go? Anybody think yes? She is like this guy. Oh yeah. Wow. No. Anybody thinking no? Not no way. Okay. Well, let's see.
You're my cutie pie, you're my shoulder, you're my everything, and I know you find this cheesy, but I want everyone to know
maybe.
You make me really happy. And I just have one question for you. I need to. You truly make me the happiest person on earth.
I'm going to assume that's a no. I'm thinking that's probably a no on that one. Yeah, we'll just go with that. All right, how about, that's great. We'll say last one, right here.
A little marriage proposal going on at mid-court right now, Jerry.
I really can't imagine doing that. You know, that's under pressure, isn't it?
Well, whatever you did worked because you're still married. How many years?
40 years.
40 years, so I think people ought to be asking you how to do it.
Well, I tell you, if I'd have did it that way, I wouldn't have got, she'd have probably need me while I'm down there, but...
You know what, I'm just waiting once for the gal to say no, okay? And,
yeah.
That would be...
Okay, so the announcer is even like, I've been waiting for one of these where the gal says no. So like he's like, this might be it. But what do you think? Is this a yes? Anybody? Thinking, yeah, maybe this is like we're going to redeem this and everybody's going to be like, oh, we're so happy. Who thinks, no, this is absolutely not. Okay, all right, well, here we go.
You know what, I'm just waiting once for the gal to say no, okay? And, that would be...
Because she has to say yes there. She may say no as soon as they walk off the court.
I think she's saying, I can't do it right now.
Said, I really do like you a lot, but let's just be friends.
Wow, look at this. Wow.
Oh, gosh. Oh, man, that is brutal.
Well, how do you like that?
Yeah. Oh, man, that is rough. Well, okay, so this is the deal. Happy Valentine's Day. If you were planning during this service to come up here and propose to someone, I'm just going to go ahead and shut it down right now. I apologize. I know. It was all part of the plan. It was going to be beautiful. We had the balloons and the confetti and the roses and all that, but you know what? We don't have time. We're just gonna let it go. All right, but this is the deal. We are going to today. Last week, we started our new series called Do Something, and we heard from Gretchen, who works at Elevate over at the Barrington campus, and she taught us a couple things about how when we need to see injustice around us, but we actually have to look for it. We actually have to go out of our way to make sure that we're seeing it when it happens. We're going to continue that today, but in order to do what we're going to do today, we need everybody to be in their small groups. So this is how we're going to do this, is we want you to spend the next 7 or 8 minutes, something like that. We're going to get you in your groups, find a space around the room where your group can talk and where you can still see the screen, and then we'll hear some teaching from, if I may say so myself, a very handsome individual. But we want to give you a chance to talk first, to get to see how everybody's doing. So where are good spaces? Let's say, okay, so this is going to be great. If you're new, welcome. Good to see you guys. All right, so this is Hannah over here. If you're here for the very first time, you're going to want to go check out what Hannah's got because she's going to help you find the right space to be. We'll say 6th and 7th grade guys, let's go to that corner. And then if you are a small group leader, find your small group and find like a different corner and make sure you got enough space that you can be close to each other, but not too close, all right? All right, so here we go. On your mark, get set, go. All right, everybody. All right, we are going to jump in. So if you'll wrap up your conversations in just a second, we'll start the very first part of the teaching. Elevate. All right, here's the deal. Something you need to know. I am what the scientific community calls very tall. All right. So I'm about 6'4", and it doesn't sound like gigantic, but I am taller than 99% of the United States. Like I'm almost certain I'm taller than all of you. But that's cool and all. But here's the deal you need to know is that I didn't actually hit my first real growth spurt until 9th grade, and I grew 14 inches in 1 year. It was ridiculous. But if I grew 14 inches in 1 year and I'm tall now, that means, yeah, when I was in middle school, not so much. And I'm telling you, it was the worst. I never got picked first for basketball. But the worst part was when me and a bunch of my friends went to a theme park and we were all in line for a roller coaster, and all my friends are about 3 inches taller than me, so they got to ride and I got to watch. And it wasn't fair. It didn't feel good. It felt wrong. And actually that's a lot of what this series is about, is when things feel wrong and you see something happening and you think, somebody needs to do something about that. All right, friends, we're going to jump into part 2. Here we go. Now, if you were with us last week, then you heard that we actually need to be able to see injustice before we can do anything about it. And some of you are probably thinking, see injustice. I'm experiencing injustice for myself. And I hate that we even have to talk about this. But the reality is that, yeah, when injustice happens, it happens to people. And we'd love to be able to think that it happens to someone else. But the reality is that sometimes it happens to us. Or Elevate, sometimes it happens to you. You know, you may have experienced injustice if you can't participate in that one sport or that one activity because your family can't afford it like other people's families can. Or maybe you actually no longer live with your mom or your dad because you've been placed in another home. Or maybe you've been abused or mistreated. You know what? Or maybe you've been bullied on social media, or maybe you've been bullied in person. Or maybe you've been made fun of because of the neighborhood that you live in. Or let's just call it what it is. Maybe you've been the victim of racism. Maybe people have judged you or decided that they don't like you, or maybe they've even mistreated you just because of the way you look. And there are 100 other ways that you may have experienced injustice in your life. But Elevate, I want you to know that you do not deserve the injustice that you've experienced. See, it all goes back to the very beginning, when God first created people. See, the way he did that, he said that he wanted to create all of us in his image. And when he did that, he actually said that that was very good. And what that means is that all of us, me, you, everyone, has value. And so if you have been the focus of injustice, what I need you to hear is that that says a lot more about the people who are making you feel that way than it does about you.
All right, friends, we're going to go ahead and jump into part 3 in 5, 4, 3.
Okay, can I tell you a really cool story about someone who faced injustice? It's found in Exodus chapter 17. And what we have is the Israelites, these are the people of God, and they are being attacked by the Amalekites. And we don't know why, we don't know what's going on, but we just know the Amalekites, they decided to attack. And so what God tells Moses to do is to go up on the hillside overlooking the battle. And he tells him that as long as he holds up his staff, Israel's going to win. Now that's super easy. That sounds great, except one thing you need to remember, Moses isn't exactly in middle school anymore. He's old. And so he's standing there on the side of the hill, and every time he raises his staff, Israel starts to win. Every time his staff goes down, they start to lose, and he's getting tired. So it seems like Israel's doomed, right? No, because that's where Moses' friends come in. So check out what it says in Exodus 17, verse 12. But Moses' hands grew weary, so they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat on it, while his friends, Aaron and Hur, held up his hands, one on one side and one on the other side. So his hands were steady until the going down of the sun. So check this out. Moses is facing an enemy that he can't beat on his own. And what does he do? He relies on his friends who are right there with him to help him face that adversity, that injustice, and so that ultimately they come out victorious on the other side. So what can we learn from this? See, the truth here is super clear. When you are experiencing injustice, you don't have to face it alone. So just like Moses didn't face his enemy alone, we don't have to face ours alone. So there are actually 3 things that we can do to help make sure that we're able to face injustice together. First thing you need to know is that you need to know that God is always with you. Look, He made you. He made you exactly the way He wanted to. He saw you and He said, you're good, and He loves you. You put those things together, and you start realizing that God is committed to us, that in the face of injustice, He is never going to leave us alone. Second thing that we need to do, we need to share our experience. If you are facing injustice, don't do that alone. Make sure that you tell somebody, make some noise. Tell an adult, tell someone that you love, tell someone that you trust, because here's the thing, the people around you, they love you, and they want to be able to partner up with you. They want to come alongside you just like Aaron and Hur did for Moses. But in order to have that happen, we have to know. So make sure that you tell someone what you're experiencing. And the third thing is keep going. Look, there's going to feel like times where you have to just give up. Elevate. I want you to hear this. Don't give up. The God that is with you and the people that are for you are so much bigger than what you are facing. So elevate. Because of Jesus and because of who He is, we know that injustice has no place in this world. So we have to stand up to it. We've got to do something about it, but we're going to do that together, and it's going to take a lot of work. But we've got to start somewhere, and I think the best place for us to start is recognizing that if you experience injustice, you don't have to face it alone.